Hey you guys, hey loves, Kat here. Kat surrendered to Love Inspirations. Just an encouraging moment. It's a little late, but just wanted to come on just to give you an encouragement to continue to love on your children, continue to sow in our children that they may have what they need to make it through this turbulent time, these traumatic and just atrocities happening all around us. I pray that we are praying with our children, that we are allowing them to be expressive and letting us know what they feel, what's in their hearts. Reaffirm in them who they are, reaffirm in them the love of their complexion and their skin, and the need to not look to other people for reassurance and look to other people for their approval. We have to instill those things in our children right now. Right now, this is a pinnacle time and a prominent time in this day and age, and their feelings do matter. Allow them to talk, allow them to cry, allow them to go through their grief. Set aside time to have those conversations. As hard as it may be, they have to be had. We have to take, delegate and take time to pour into them all the more, even at this times that they may not crumble, that they may not be subject to the ills of this world. My daughter is 10 years old. I do understand the plight of having a young person, raising a child at this time. And it can be very fearful. It can be very frightful, very intimidating, but we have to stay strong, and we need to just practice what we preach, and instill in them the things of God, the godly nature that we know of, that we go by, that we walk by. Instill those things in them. Pray over them, pray together with one another. And if only you are praying, and sometimes that's the case, and look, that's okay. That's okay. You pray, and them listening to you pray, they're learning to pray. It is quite okay, not to be forceful. This isn't a thing that we should be like forceful with. Allow them to pray. They want to pray. If they don't, it is quite okay. They're learning, and we're all growing in this process and journey of life. So just wanted to encourage you on tonight. Like I said a little bit ago, my daughter is 10 years old. Filling her with moral fiber, positive moral fiber, and the things that will be fruitful to her enlightenment and growth as she grows into a young woman here on this earth is so very important. And I know that it is very important to you as well. And it is of utmost importance this week alone. And we always have these talks because things are always happening, and they are not in our control. But one thing that we do know, that we can govern ourselves accordingly, and we can exude, whatever the word is, self-control. We can go to our Father in prayer, and there is no law against that. There is no law against that. There is no timetable to that we need to fit that in. Teach your children to pray. Teach them to be armored in the Spirit of God. Teach them those things. These things are necessary. This week we had a discussion about the type of person to be. Just teaching her not to stay away from, because it can sew up and grow up in our children and in a person, so and just from the examples that we may see on TV or what we may see on social media, just trying to sew into her, encourage her, and reaffirm in her that you don't have to be this type of person. You don't have to be that kind of person that rejoices over another person's downfall or takes pleasure in when someone is oppressed and can't reach and can't achieve, or be the one who is the oppressor. Those are not characteristics that we want to grow in our children. Prayerfully, they're not the characteristics you want to grow in yours. And with praying with them, with sowing into them, with walking that walk and talking it out, being that influencer in their lives who is positive and a role model, whether you're a dad or a mom, both, mom and dad, whoever may be watching right now, grandmom, auntie, whatever you may be that role model that they need, because it's needed right now. There aren't very many. There are some, not to say there aren't any, but there aren't very many um, a stewardess role models on television and in social media. And even if there were, we need to be the first and foremost prominent role model in their lives, just giving them the love that they need, upbuilding their character in such a way that is dignified, that is righteous as it will be. And these are just some things I wanted to leave with you on tonight. I pray that you have an awesome night, that you sleep well, and I'll talk to you guys later. That is your encouragement from Kat, Surrender to Love Inspirations.